Hello everyone, I'm Attorney Vince Hein, and today I'm going to talk about estate planning for those of you with minor children. So whether you're married or single, a lot of times the main concern here is, what I call the doomsday event. What happens if you or you and your spouse are in the car accident tomorrow? Who's going to take care of the kids and what happens to the assets? So when we're doing estate planning for those folks with minor children, one of the first things we want to know is, who do you want to be the guardian of your child or children in the event you pass away? Another thing would be, what's common is for younger people, they don't necessarily want to spend a ton on estate planning because they're just starting out in life. They might not have a ton of assets built up, but they do have some life insurance and they've got some young children they're concerned about. Well, a common approach is to do a will with a testamentary trust, which is different from a living trust. It just means the trust comes alive, if you will, through the probate court later on. Now, a lot of people don't like hearing that they would have to go through probate with this, but what we're really doing is just trying to take that doomsday situation off the table in the event, you die early or you and your spouse die in that car crash, right? And we're going to say, here's who's the guardian of your children. Here's where your money is going to go. It's going to go into a trust for the benefit of those children. And here's who the trustee of that trust is going to be. A lot of times it's a family member. If we can't find a family member, we might need to use a professional fiduciary like a bank or a trust department at a bank, rather. And so these are the common themes we see when we're dealing with young folks who want to do some estate planning for their kids, right? The main thing we want to do is at least take care of that doomsday scenario. And we can do that with a simple will with a testamentary trust. Again, the only downside is you will go through probate, but it's a cheaper price point than if you went with a revocable living trust where you do avoid probate, but you have to spend more money on it. So a very, very common approach for young people with minor children, especially when those children are real young, right? Let's just do a will with a testamentary trust. We'll take care of that doomsday situation. We'll say who's going to be in charge if you die, who's going to be the guardian, and how that money can be spent. Normally we say something like, if your child isn't 25 years old, they don't get the money outright. They do have a vested interest, but the trustee of your trust is going to pay money out to them, generally for their health, education, maintenance, and support. That's known as the HIMSS standard or the MESH standard. And so that is a very common approach. I do this in my office quite a bit. And if you're young, looking to do an estate plan, a will with a testamentary trust is a very common approach to go. The revocable living trust is technically superior, but you can definitely live without it, especially if you're looking to save a few bucks because, you're young and you'd rather put some more money in your retirement account or pay down some bills. I hope this video was useful and informative to you. I'm Attorney Vince Hein with Hein Law Offices. Thank you so much for watching.